We are a country dominated by agriculture, where sheep outnumber people and 90% of the landscape is farmed.
Well, I was born and bred up here, so this is all I know.
It's just been every day a joy. I can hardly believe I'm lucky enough to live here.
But against a backdrop of rising prices, Brexit and a changing climate, Welsh farmers have a challenge on their hands.
I worry for this year coming because our input costs have just gone up so much.
Over the course of a year, we filmed the farmers producing food across our nation, through the ups.
It is alive. Good boy.
Oh no, there's feed. There's another one coming.
It's not always like this.
And the downs.
You okay? It's a lovely day for it.
It's not money, it's not the toothpaste, it's sheep that lead to divorces.
And discover why farming is their chosen way of life.
It's almost like destiny or something. I feel like I was born to do it.
This is Born to Farm.
We're in March now, middle of March, and the sheep are having their babies. It is really the pivotal point of the calendar, really. I do love seeing the new lambs coming onto the farm and new life and things starting to grow as well. I'm Sean Jeffries and I'm farming in the Gwendraeth Valley, which is between Carmarthen and Crosshands. Just try and find some suitable lambs that can go out now. I don't have a farm of my own, but I'm fortunate enough to use my grandparents' small holding, so I use this as a bit of a headquarters really, and then rent a lot of ground in various locations, then locally and a bit further afield as well. I've taken a week annual leave off work now just to lamb, so I've had a word with the girls and asked them to lamb this week whilst I'm off work, and they seem to be obliging.
We've just had a delivery.
Oh, excellent. Larry, my partner's taking her annual leave to come and give us a hand. So yeah, she's a big help. She's here every day now and she's staying up here as well. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it without the extra help.
I'd hardly call myself the chief midwife.
Yay! I'm a complete novice. Hello, little one.
Last year was probably the first time that I got chucked in at the deep end and learning the ropes for the first time.
So when they're coming backwards, you kind of want to get them out as soon as possible in case they start swallowing gunk. So I'm just going to swing this now just to make sure that if it has swallowed any gunk, that it gravity forces it out. Hello. I think it's quite incredible, really, watching life being born.
I'm not happy with that bunch of ewes. They didn't winter well enough. If you're losing too many lambs, or if the lambs don't get a good start, you're not going to have the numbers to sell later on, or it's going to take you longer to get the lambs there. And so yeah, this is a crucial time of the year, really.
I love spring because after a long winter, everything's coming to life. You see the blossom, you see the lambs being born, and you look forward to warm weather and sunshine. We lamb outside because they're primitive breeds, they prefer to lamb outside. But yes, they're taking their time, maybe they're waiting for a little bit warmer weather to come. My name is Anna and I farm with my wife Kate here in Pembrokeshire, West Wales. We've been here since December last year, so not very long. One of the jobs that I need to do today is to castrate a couple of ram lambs that were born 3 days ago. Because we take our ram lambs to abattoir at the age of 18 months, so when they're a year and a half, we find that castrating them helps us manage the flock. It's legal requirement that they're castrated within 7 days of being born, and the sooner I do it, the more likely I am to catch them. Right, okay, so I got these. It's a rubber ring. Goes on the testicles very, very tight. They stop the blood supply and they just fall off. Hey, I'm beautiful. It's all right, it's all right. He's a good boy. No, it's not very nice, but it's very quick. I think we got 2. Yes, we got 2. Sorry. I know. Okay, ready? Has to be done.
Spring is a really, really busy time of year. We're just lambing just under 1,000 ewes, so it's really important that we get the best weather that we can get, and we've got as much grass as possible. It really is the make or break of the business. It's vital that we are able to produce as many lambs as possible at the lowest cost as possible. My name is Ller Jones and I farm here at Derwydd, Llanfihangel in North Wales. Thank you, funny. So yeah, we're just going to go around this mountain, make sure that everything is fine. Yeah, so it's just a nice little job that me and Dwynan can do. It's a nice time of year really, especially when the weather's like this. We've changed over the years. We used to lamb indoors. We've now gone to lambing outdoors. We lamb later in the year than we used to, and it's all to do with cost. It really does cost a lot of money to produce lamb, so we're trying to use nature a little bit more. It is alive. So it's supposed to come out with 2 legs, but it's only come out with 1 leg. So his foot's stuck now, his shoulder is stuck. Here we go. Come on, Bob. It's a big lamb. Good boy. I could see the lamb's head was out and he was swollen, so he'd been out for a while and it's too long. Here we go. Right. Come on, you. If it had probably had another hour, an hour and a half, the lamb would probably have died. So it's quite nice that it's successful, and she's a ewe lamb, so I'm happy. So yeah, all good. Dwynwen! Dwynwen, take you! Dwynwen!
So we've just had another lamb born on the farm, a ewe lamb, big and healthy. Hello, little one. You've got a baby there. Look at the beautiful little baby girl. Hi. Right, let's just dip that in here. All right, darling, I'm not hurting her. I'm just making sure. There we are. That's great. Have you got one more coming or not? We haven't scanned this year, so we don't know how many lambs we're going to have. Oh no, there's feet. There's another one coming. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. Look. Hey. Here he is, look. Gotta give it a swing because it's not breathing. Come on, Baba. Come on, Baba. Come on, boy. Come on, darling. He's not breathing. dead. Oh. Sometimes it happens. He came out all right. The birth wasn't the problem, so he must have died within the mummy. I'm sorry, darling. She'll probably die. When you lose the lamb, you don't ever get used to it. I'm sure she doesn't. Oh, poor little chap. I'm sorry.
These have been born, these are usually around 3 to 4 days old. So we're going to bring them in, we're going to tag them, record the lambs, and then we're going to put the lambs onto a trailer and the mothers, and then we're going to take them to Flint. We rent a farm in Flint. It means that we can grow more silage here for the winter months, so it works really well. Oops. Vicky works on a farm, she does the sheep. She's been working here for 2 years now, so yeah, she's part of the team. And there's a little microchip inside there, so then when we put on that, it records them. Okay. So it's all done now, so we all know exactly how many sheep are going, and they're all registered, so we can send that to the government so they know where all the sheep are. Grass is the cheapest food that we can produce here on the farm. I get my sheep to convert good quality grass into high quality protein. We had kale in this field last year, and then we just gone over it and disked it, so then it just opens it up a bit, and then Vicky can now put the grass seed on, and then we'll get some silage off it before the summer. If you can cut the silage at a really good quality, it means that we don't have to buy in expensive protein or expensive nuts for the sheep or concentrates. So if we can get a really good silage, then we'll save thousands of pounds over the year. So why did I want to be a farmer? Well, so my father died when I was pretty young. So I was 19 years old when I took over the farm, and I was totally running the farm at 23. I enjoy farming, but I also enjoy the diverseness I've turned the farm to. So 10 years ago, the farm was dependent on payments off the government to be successful, and it was just too risky to have my whole family, my whole farm, my life was just dependent on that one payment. So I had to change. That's why we have wild camping, that's why we have a holiday home, that's why we generate electricity, that's why we've got hens. And I'm not even there yet. The goal is being self-sufficient, that's 100%. The world is a small place, really. Things can happen on the other side of the world, but it still affects a sheep farmer on top of a mountain in Ceredigion. Putin decides to invade Ukraine, and then the price of feed goes up, so I'm paying a lot more for my feed. That's why it's important that we utilise everything that we can do here on the farm, and by growing our own fodder helps lower our costs, which will help the business.
So we're going up to Gurnos, which is the home of Ian Rickman and his family, and me and Ian are trying to set up a joint venture. I've been looking for a share farming opportunity for, well, you know, the last few years since leaving uni, really. Can't believe my luck, really. You know, you can get into the industry in terms of working in the industry, but you know, to start your own business and, you know, to actually farm, it is difficult. Unless, you know, you're inheriting a farm, or you know the family's got the money to buy somewhere. It is, yeah, it's terribly difficult. There's a few things to do today. The main job is to get the sheep up to the hill, but before they go, we're weighing and condition scoring the ewes. When they come off at shearing and when they come off to be weaned, we'll know how they've coped up there by how much condition they've lost or gained, you know. It'll help us select the ones that perform the best up there for us to retain then. Because they're quite specialist. They've got to live in that environment right up there.
I think it's good to.
It's good.
We're working together before we start the partnership.
Yeah. Do you bring them out through the back? Yeah.
As I'm getting increasingly older, and there's no one immediately wants to follow on the farm, I thought to myself, well, there's a good opportunity here now to give a young person the same opportunity as I had in life, which was to farm. We're in early days yet, but we've got the summer to get to know each other, and for Sean to see what we do here on the farm, and for him to assess what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong and what I could do better, and to have his input into how we can move things forward. We haven't fell out yet.
Happy days.
We have at last certified pasture for life. We have 3 years to convert to completely grain-free diet. Grass and hay is everything they need and should get their nutrition from. There are people who will pay premium price for our meat because they want the meat to come from a farm where the animals have got happy lives outside eating what they're meant to eat. Herbivores are meant to eat grass, not grain.
Today it's shearing day, so we're going to bring the whole flock in. That means not only are they cooler for the summer, but most importantly it means that the flies don't lay any eggs around their bum if there's any mucky bits. And fly strike, as it's called, can affect sheep really, really quickly. It's horrible.
Leave him.
We've got Sam here, and he's going to do the shearing, and Anna and I will do the passing the sheep to him.
It can be easy if things go right, but it can be a nightmare if things go wrong. Okay, we'll get...
Well, I think most people agree that it's not money, it's not the toothpaste, it's sheep that lead to divorces.
When I said shearing was easy, I didn't mean it.
Now then, you buggers. Ginger. Christ, look at me, I look totally different.
We're shearing quite early this year. Some of them aren't quite ready for shearing. It's quite hard to get the wool off.
This is probably worth £10.
Well done, last one. Thank you very much.
Well done, Sam.
We can tick it off this year's tasks. And they'll be happy. The sun is coming and they'll be a lot less hot.
Well, we're up on the Black Mountain now, the Mentorship, common grazing. So we're about to turn our bunch of ewes with their ewe lambs out so that they can graze on the hill until shearing time. The heft for our sheep is probably about a mile up the hill. on the bank behind us. So we need to walk them up slowly now until they're more or less in the right area, and that's where they'll gravitate to naturally anyway. It is a lovely day for it, and on a day like this, there's nowhere better to be in the world than up on the Manatee. It'll be interesting to see if I make it. Have the air ambulance on standby, right? That's all I can say.
I've worked on some neighbouring farms in the area and stuff, but I've never been this involved in it and hands-on with sending to the hill. It's exciting times to see how the sheep do up here and how much grass we free up at home on the farm as well then. Flo, stand. Walk, walk, walk. Shh. Since the last time you guys saw Flo, she's come on a bit again. It's a great chance for her to practice up here anyway, isn't it? Flo, 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 Flo. Come in here, come in here, come in here, come in here. Hey, 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 come here. Come here, come here, come here. No, man. Yeah, she's got bundles of energy and enthusiasm. She could do with sharing some of it out sometimes. The sheep more or less know where they're going in it, because it's their patch, So, but it's good to have the dogs just to keep them going in the right direction in case you get a few rogues, are we? If these don't come off looking good, I think we'll have a rethink about hill farming.
They'll be fine. As long as they don't get disturbed, they'll be fine. We wouldn't usually bring them up at this early because, as you've seen this morning, it's a lot of work. Hopefully in the future now, with Sean's help, we can make more use of it.
Producing beef and lamb in this area and lamb up here, the Welsh way, as we do in Wales, in the uplands, is definitely something that I want to do. I feel satisfied and chuffed really that the first step up on the farming ladder that I've been so lucky to get with Ian. It's like the first big day really of the journey. This could be a way of life for me, to Larry, and our family one day. Right then, Floji, come on.
Next time, it's summer and the temperatures soar.
It's teaching us, I guess, the climate emergency. We have to prepare for anything.
And the biggest event in the agricultural calendar is back.
The aim is just to get a rosette in it. If you've got a rosette, you've done well.